Okay, let's double check. We've got the right focus on. Hello, everyone. Just checking my tag that I've got the right focus on. Just bear with me. Okay, I think we're good to go. Okay, let's get down on the mat, and I can walk you through the theme for today's class. So today we're gonna work through a movement that starts from something that we know, something that is simple and easy to go through, and then we're gonna progress onto a more of a challenge or maybe something that is unknown in your body. And the reason why we're going for this kind of practice, let's rewind that back to one of the challenges that I actually came across this week. And I thought that it might be something that you also experience quite often. So I was having the other day, I needed to do a piece of work, which was working on my business Canva models. And I knew that I need to do a bit of research in order to progress with that. But instead, I was focusing on replying to some customer inquiries or doing more of a lead generation, doing some research and so on, and focusing on this kind of tasks that I know are going to be easy and quick tick off and are going to be motivating because I'm doing something that I can basically like focus and crack on rather than asking questions and being in a little bit of that unknown zone. So I then put it out there on social media to have a bit of a conversation, and I found out from you that you're also experiencing that. Just even thinking about the moments when you have to create your 3 month sales strategy or a marketing communication strategy, or even sit down and review your costs from last quarter or prepare a financial plan. These are tasks that you know that are big and outstanding and you need to crack on with them, but very often they are just being put off there on the list whilst you're focusing more on this kind of urgent and immediate things like reaching out to your team, making sure that everybody knows what they're doing. So today we're going to use our practice to create this kind of like a progression from those easy and known tasks into something that is more challenging so that it allows you to channel the kind of focus that's going to make it natural for you to actually get into that difficult and challenging piece of work without putting it off until the next day and the next day. So let's get started. In a seat, you can either be in your cross-legged seat or kneeling. That's all up to you. We're going to be here for a couple of minutes. So when you arrive here, just close your eyes and start slowly breathing through your nose. Close your lips, and every inhale and exhale is through your nose. Keep your eyes closed. And if you have not practiced with me before, don't be scared when you open your eyes for a minute to check in and you notice that I'm not there on the mat. It's the way I always invite you to practice to close your eyes and build slowly the trust that you can follow my voice and listen to your body without necessarily needing to always looking to the front for that visual guidance. We are also building that element of trusting your feelings and your body. So as you connect to your breath, notice how this breath flows through your body with every inhale and every exhale. Notice where the breath moves. And then drop your shoulders down and away from the ears. Feel your muscles softening on your back, your shoulder blades falling down. Your chin is slightly tucked to the chest, keeping neck long. You lengthen your spine, growing taller with the crown of your head. Take 3 more breaths, making them longer. So taking a very long inhale into your belly, noticing your belly expanding, and then slowly breathing out. Then coming back to natural flow of the breath. Gently lift your hands up and above the head, reaching up as you inhale, and then floating your hands down. And then two more like this, lifting the hands up with the in. And then down with the exhale. And then one more time, lift up with the inhale. And then down with the exhale, releasing the hands either side of your body. And then nod your head yes, bringing chin to the chest. And then lifting the head up. And as you move your head, just in that straight line up and down, can make that movement as slow as possible and then notice what it feels like to move here, the back of your neck. Maybe as you pull your chin to the chest, you start to feel something a bit of your shoulders. You notice the stretch to the front of your neck as you lift your head up and lift your chin up. And next time when you tuck your chin to your chest, keep your head there. And then look over your right shoulder. And then going to the center. Look over to the left. It's only a metaphorical look as you keep your eyes closed. Breathing slowly and moving. And then as you ease into this movement, those simple directions, either up and down or side to side, you start feeling different sensations in your neck and your shoulders. And just follow what feels good with your body and how to move your head to release any tension that you discover. Maybe you keep on with the same movements, or you add some circles, half circles, or full circles. Feel free to explore, to notice yourself what movement is going to feel good for you. This is something very simple to get into, even when you work at your desk. So sometimes when you get caught up in this kind of work that you know that you just keep doing something for the sake of doing it, this is the kind of break that you can introduce. Some simple movements, closing your eyes, taking a few breaths, and moving your head. That immediately shifts your attention from your mind and thoughts and endless to-do lists to your body. And it might be the exact reset that you need in order to crack on with a different piece of work, with a different type of focus, maybe something more creative or strategic. Two more breaths with your own movement. And then come back to the center, look up, open your eyes. You're gonna lift the hands up, interlace the fingers, and then press your palms up to the ceiling, lifting your shoulders up, stretching either side of your hands. And then with the exhale, release the hands down and move to your hands and knees. Then get into a tabletop, a familiar shape that we always get into in those practices. Shoulders are over the wrists. Feel into your shins, the top of your feet. You can move a few times forwards and backwards to check with the balance here. Noticing how it shifts when you move, when you feel it in your shins, when you feel it in your hands. And then we come back to the center with the inhale, drop the belly, lift the tailbone, lift your head. And then as you exhale around, few simple moves like that. Inhale to lift, exhale to round. We always start with something simple that we can get into without much of a thought. Letting the body arrive and get into this motion with the breath. And then inhale and exhale. And even here, close your eyes. Keep moving as you did before. But this time, soften your elbows. Stay active through your hands with every breath. Next exhale, you send your heels, no, you send your hips to your heels, moving backwards. And then coming up with the inhale, so we are bringing some forwards and backwards motion. Get some extra move coming into our body, moving forward with the inhale and backward with the exhale. Maybe even coming up sideways. With your eyes closed, just feel free to explore here. Notice as well where naturally your body goes. Maybe there is a direction that it just pulls you towards it. You want to explore it, checking out with different sensations in your body. Now that you go to your mat, this is your moment to get out of the head and feel for a little bit. One more breath in your own way. And then you go back to tabletop. Move to plank, extending your legs, send your heels to the back of the mat, pressing away from the ground, and then lift the hips back and up, downward facing dog. Bend the knees, gazes to your thighs, and then press strongly to the base of the palms, opening your chest to your thighs. Keep breathing. Bend and extend through one leg at a time, adding some motion here, stretching, and then straight away walking to the top of the mat. When you're there, rolling all the way up to standing. Shoulders above the hips, lifting the head, and then reaching up with the inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift half and fold. Inhale, lift up, reach up. Exhale, fold. Lift halfway with your inhale. Gaze down long neck. Exhale, fold. Do more like this. Inhale, lift, reach up. With exhale, fold up. Lift halfway as you breathe in. And exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold. Lift halfway. And exhale, fold hands down to the mat. Step out to plank. We move through vinyasa, dropping the knees, bend the elbows, drop the chest down. Inhale, lift your chest, lift the head, and exhale out. Lift your chest off the mat, and then move to downward facing dog. 3 breaths in your downward facing dog. Long breaths here. One more breath. And then bend the knees, look to the top of the mat, walk forward, one step at a time. Inhale, lift half. And fold. Lift, reach, and straight away fall down. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, fold hands down to the mat, step back to plank. And then move through your vinyasa, knees down, chest down. Or if you have chaturanga and upload in your practice, that's also an option here. Keep moving with your breath, making your breath, making every inhale and exhale longer than you usually have when you get into this practice. We actually want to focus on extending our breath a little bit longer. We all meet in downward facing dog. I'll just tell you a little bit more about that breath because sometimes when we are caught up with our day, going through different emotions and different things that happen, our breath can get shallow or we might be breathing a little bit shorter. So that practice here as well is also an opportunity for you to slow down the breath and extend it, making every inhale and every exhale longer, because that slow breath also allows your mind to slow down. So from your downward facing dog now, bend your knees, look to the top, and then walk or step to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift, reach up. Hands in prayer, and down to heart center and release. Take a moment here just to feel that flow of the breath and feeling your feet against the mat. We're going to check in with our strong legs, pressing down through four corners of our feet. Lift the kneecaps, squeeze your thighs, let the tailbone under and push your hips forward, finding yourself in a strong mountain pose. Take one more breath here. And with the exhale, release your legs, give them a bit of a shake. Inhale, lift the hands. Exhale, fold. Move halfway. And exhale, fold hands down, step back to plank. And then lift your hips back and up, downward facing dog. As you inhale, lift your right leg up. Three-leg dog. And then bring your right knee to right elbow, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, lift up. Knee to the center in between your elbows. Hover. One more time. Inhale, lift. Three-leg dog. And then knee to left elbow. Stay here. We extend the left leg, placing the foot on the outside edge of the foot. And then press into the right hand, ground the back heel. Lift your left head up. Fold and triangle. And then drop the hips down. We arrive here in a wide leg shape. You can keep your knees slightly bent as it's comfortable. And then as you inhale, lift your hands up. Interlace the fingers. Press your palms into the ceiling. With the exhale, bend to the right. Through the center. Inhale, lift up. Same to the other side. With the exhale, bend to the left. Through the center. And then back up. One more each side. To the right. Center. And up. And then to the left. Center. And up. Inhale. With the exhale, release the hands. And then bring your right leg to meet the left one at the center of the mat. Bend the knees. And then just release your knees once to the right and to the left. Knees come back parallel to the ground. We're going to check in with our core strength a little bit today. Hands are either side. Lean backward. Already here, you can tuck your tailbone under, strong core. Lean up back. Lift your feet off the ground. And then lift your feet a little bit higher, finding that parallel shape between your shins and the ground. Hands can stay on the ground, or your brain can either side. Keep holding it strong, bringing your thighs closer to the core. Keep breathing. And then with the exhale, release your chest towards the ground. Extend the legs. We're not lying down. And then back to center. Knees to chest. Two more like this. Extend. Back to center. And one more time. Extend. Back to center. Release your feet. Release your hands. And then drop the knees to the right. And then through the center to the left. Come back with the knees up. Go through cross leg. And then roll forward, hands to the mat. Step out to plank. And then lift your hips back and up. Take one breath and we move to the other side. Inhale. And exhale out. With the inhale, left leg goes up, three-leg dog. And then left knee to left elbow, shoulders over wrists. Inhale. Knee between elbows, shoulders over wrists. One more time, inhale up. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Extend that leg, place it down on the outer edge. Ground the back heel and lift your right hand up, fall in triangle, and then drop the hips down. We're landing back in a wide leg shape. Slightly tilt, so I'm not completely facing you back. You can keep your legs extended here, or you can bend your knees a little. And then we inhale, interlace the fingers, press the palms to the ceiling. And then this time bend to the left first, through the center, and then up. With the exhale to the right, center, and then back. One more each side, bending to the left, to center, and then up. And then to the right, center, and up, inhale. And on the exhale, release the hands, release the chest for a little. It doesn't have to go anywhere near to the ground. You want to keep your sit bones, pressing them down on the ground as you lean with the chest forward. Just checking in with that feeling at the back of your legs. And then lift your chest, bring the left leg to meet the right one. And we come back where we were before. First, just release your knees one side and the other. And then back to center. Let's go back to our boat pose. So first, leaning back with your chest, lifting your feet off the ground. Your hands can here help you, and you can keep them here all the time. Or to give yourself a challenge, you can bring them to the seat. This time, see if you can extend the leg. It doesn't have to go up. You can jump forward. That's absolutely fine. Bring it back in, and then the other forward. Both to center, bring hands in prayer. And then as you extend your right leg out long, twist your chest to the left. Come back to the center, chest in, and then extend your left leg, twist the chest to the right. Keep breathing. Inhale back to center, both knees in, lift the feet, and then release the hands, release the feet. You can move your knees from one side to the other, finding a bit of a release, getting your breath back to your normal pace. Notice if there was any shift in the pace of your breath. Maybe it became shorter or maybe a little faster. Just notice those changes and then see if you can consciously slow it down and make inhale and exhale. And the knees come back to the center. Slowly lower your chest down to the ground, touching the mat with each part of your back at its own time until your shoulders and your head drop down. Take a one breath here to arrive, feeling your mat beneath you. Bring your feet closer to your hips. And then we'll do a quick check-in with the bridge pose. Pressing into your feet, lift your hips off the ground. And then back down. Two more like this. Just keep your core engaged, stable, stuck under, very strong. Squeeze the thighs to the center. And then back down. Today we just go through a simple movement. Up and down. One more time, lifting back. And then releasing it back down. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. You can keep your knees together or open. Breathing. Long breaths. And then keep your right knee in at your chest. Give it a squeeze, pulling it in and extend your left leg out long, dropping the heel down. Guide that right knee over to the left side for a twist. And you open your left hand out for a T. Your right knee can hover. It doesn't have to release all the way down. But if you want to focus on is to make sure that right shoulder and the shoulder blade are touching the ground. So if you feel that your knee is hovering, you can move that foot behind the knee and just let it stay there, guiding your knee to the side and down. We're looking for a diagonal stretch from your shoulder to the side of your body. Here, between your breaths, breathing into the right side. Your knee comes back to your chest, bring it to center, both knees in, and then hug your left knee in, send your right leg out long, drop the heel, and then guide the left knee over to the right side. Opening your left hand to a T, you can turn your face towards your hand. And then again, focusing on your left shoulder and the shoulder blade. You can even press through the back of the head to lift your shoulder blades and find that space that you can fully touch the ground with the upper back of your back, upper part of your back, sorry. And breathing deeply, two left, two more breaths. Drag both of your knees back into your chest. Rock from side to side gently. Then the lower back. Maybe adding some circles. And then extend your legs out long, left leg and right leg. Preparing for our final resting shape, Shavasana. So you can go ahead and close your eyes here. Come into this resting shape. Press to the back of your head to lift the shoulder blades. Feel them connecting together and then dropping back down. Bring your awareness once more to your breath and come back to those long inhales and exhales that we started this practice with. Noticing what shifts happens in your mind and in your body now that you've come to stillness. There is no more movement to focus on. Just staying present in this moment. Your shoulders drop heavy down to the ground. Release your shoulder blades. Feel the mat beneath your lower back. Releasing your glutes, the back of your legs, and your heels. Give your whole body permission to rest for the next few minutes. Trusting that when the time comes, I'll guide you out of this Shavasana moment. For now, there is nothing else left to do. Nowhere else to do. breathing softly, and notice how your breath moves your body. Slowly move your head from the left to right, reaching with your chin towards that shoulder. And on the left, you are moving the head as slow as possible. Continue with your fingers and your toes, bringing more physical sensations in your body. Maybe circling through the wrists, going through your legs and your feet. Whole body slowly awakening back into the ocean. And then slide your hands up and above the head, reach up, find that full body stretch. Feeling all your muscles activating again. And then slide your hands either side of the body. Roll over to the right. Take a moment there. When you breathe softly, notice that breath, where it goes, how it feels. Notice what comes up in your mind. What's the first thought that joined during this moment? And just have a moment to sink in the feeling that you're experiencing this moment. When you think back to the beginning of this practice, pay attention to how your body felt before and what it is like right now at this moment. Maybe there are some elements that come up straight away in your mind that you can say, yes, that's definitely the thing that made a change. Take notice of that and keep it with you after this practice and keep it as something that you can take with you back into your day. So that when you experience those kind of moments of maybe going in different directions and focusing on those little quick wins, you can channel back this shift, the focus, practice it so that you can then dive into the important pieces, to the ones that move your business is moving forward with clarity, focus, and confidence. Slowly make your way back up. Find a seated space. Find any shape that feels good for you in this moment. Maybe your body lands somewhere naturally. And we're going to close this practice together. Bring your hands at the heart center in a prayer. And bow your head down. Thumbs to the third eye. So grateful for you showing up today, checking in with the practice, learning what you can take from the mindfulness back to your day, and finding the flow of your breath that again grounds you back into focus and concentration. Thank you for practicing with me. You can release your hands and open your eyes. Super cool to have you here again. I really hope that you enjoy this practice and let me know what did you find that made a change for you? What shifted after this practice? I would love to hear from you and your thoughts. And also spread the news, let know your other founder friends or maybe your team to join you in this practice in our live videos every Monday. Or I'm also going to keep the recording safe and put it out there on YouTube so you'll be able to find the link on my social media so you can share it then with your team or other people that you know they will find it useful. But what I like the most actually is for you to show up on the slides so I can say hi and wave to you and hear as well your thoughts, which is actually a very important element because I would like to soon introduce some sort of an open floor chats that we can actually have a bit of a conversation on the theme that is connected to the class. It's an idea for now. I would love to hear your thoughts and we can then try it out either from middle of September or later on. So let me know how you felt, what you think about it. And I hope you enjoy the practice. I hope that you can take some of it back in your day to bring the focus and get some big important pieces of your strategy or creative work done with this movement. See you next time.